Okay, all right. Now listen, how much we finished in last period, lesson number 2? How much we finished? Who can tell me? We are studying lesson number 2, right? The India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. Are you remember which points, which emperor, about which emperor we learn in last period? Can you give me some emperor name? Gauri Chaugule? My voice is not coming. Now, see, can you give me the some emperor name which was we study in last period? Everyone mute themselves because your voice is not coming. Someone's background voice is coming now. Whose mic is on? Vaishnavi Gardale, your mic is on. Saksham, your mic is on. Pavarom, your mic is on. When I will ask answer no, that student only give answer. Okay. Now, can you give me the some name of emperor which was we study in last period? Gauri Chaugule, I want you answer from you. King Vishnuvardhan, right? Khushi, Raja Raj 1 and Rajendra 1. Good. Khushi Vishwakarma, give me the some emperor name of this lesson. Fast. When I ask something to you, you have to answer me immediately. Now my voice is coming. Aurangzeb, we will not study it. Don't look at the book. Sejal, how much we finish yesterday in last period, last week? How much we finish? Tell me. Yes. What north? Yes, page number 6. I know that, but which how which till which we finished? The king of Vijayanagar. So what is that two? What is that two brothers' name? Those established the Vijayanagar kingdom. Harihar and Harihar and Bukka. Good. Who was the first king of Vijayanagar? Ha- Harihar. Good. Listen, student. When I giving your notes to you, it's mean don't want. You don't have just write. You have to learn that. Okay, because in the books you can't understand anything. There is lots of emperor name, their empire, their belonging places. In notes I made notes. I'm taking efforts for you student, and you are not doing study. You have to refer that notes. Understand? So let's next topic list. See the next emperor name Krishna Devaraya, page number 6. I am starting my back camera now. Page number 6, open your page number 6. One minute. Can you see the page? See this emperor we are going to study about this emperor Krishna Devaraya. It is a picture of Krishna Devaraya. Now see, can you see these notes? Can you see student these notes? Now see, Krishna Devaraya ascended the throne of Vijayanagar. In which year? In 15 9. Which year? 1509. Ascend the throne. Throne means what, student? Throne means royal seat, means सिंहासन. पता है सबको? सिंहासन. हाँ, दैट्स कॉल्ड थ्रोन. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? रॉयल सीट. सिंहासन मीन्स रॉयल सीट. सो इन विच ईयर कृष्णदेवराया ascended throne? 1509. 1509. Which? 1509. He ascended the throne of Vijayanagar. He was a king of Vijayanagar kingdom. He conquered Vijayawada and Rajmahendri. He conquered Vijayawada and Rajmahendri and annexed the region of his kingdom. Which two place he conquered? Vaishnavi, Gardale, Vijayawada and Rajmahendri. Conquer means what? Conquer means what? Conquer means what? Conquer का मतलब क्या होता है? Yes, who is that? हाँ, उसने क्या किया? उसका कब्जा किया. मीन्स ही विक्ट्री, मीन्स उसने वो ये किया, विन किया. विच प्लेस? विजयवाड़ा एंड राजमहेंद्री. देन he defeated the combined force of armies. Who's? Wait a minute. 1 minute. I will set my headphone. Now coming. Okay. Now after that he defeated the combined force of armies of Sultan who had united under the leadership of Bhamini Sultan Muhammad Shah. He defeated to whom? Muhammad Shah. Bhamini का जो सुल्तान है उसको उसने हराया. Sultan Muhammad Shah. Now during Krishna Devaraya's reign, means during his rule, during his kingdom, the kingdom of Vijayanagar extended from Cuttack to Goa, Cuttack in the west up to Goa in the west, and Raichur Doab in the north up to Indian Ocean. So how much he expanded his kingdom, Krishna Devaraya? Cuttack to Goa and till to Raichur Doab. Which place his power was spread? Yes, Raichur Doab. Now see, Krishna Devaraya was scholar. He was a scholar and brave man. Okay, he was scholar and brave king. He wrote which literature? He wrote Amuktamya Lada. Which? Amuktamya Lada. It is in Telugu language. Okay, he wrote Amuktalyamada in Telugu language, and it is a collection of Telugu language. It is a one kind of literature. Which literature he wrote? Which literature wrote by Krishna Devaraya? Amuktamyalada. Which? Amuktamya Layada. So that's why I wrote in Marathi here for understand you. Amuktamya Layada. So keep this name in your mind. So after his death, see, in his Krishna Devaraya's period, the Hazaram temple and Vitthal temple were built in Vijayanagar during his reign. Means during his rule, during his period, whose period? Krishna Devaraya period. He built two temple, Hazaram and Vitthal temple. Which? Hazaram and Vitthal temple. Look at your book and underline this. Vitthal temple and Hazaram. These two temple were built in his period. Now the decline the Vijayanagar kingdom being with the death of Krishna Devaraya. Means after his death the Vijayanagar kingdom was reduced. In 1565 and Talikot in present state of Karnataka, there was a battle between Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi, Barid Shahi one side and Vijayanagar one side. Means after the death of Vijayanagar, death of Krishna Devaraya. There were battle between uh, Vijayanagar kingdom and others rulers like Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi, and Brihadi Shahi. These four rulers was one side, and one side was Vijayanagar. And Vijayanagar was defeated. Therefore, the dominance of Vijayanagar come to end. So, in this way, Vijayanagar kingdom was reduced. Vijayanagar kingdom was declined. Did you get this? कृष्ण देवराया के मौत के बाद विजयनगर किंगडम क्या हुआ? रेड्यूस हुआ. डिड यू गेट दिस स्टूडेंट्स? Okay. Which two places he conquered? Tell me fast. Which two places he conquered? Rajamahendri. Good. And how much his powers on which places his power was spread? Katak till to Raichur, Doab. And which literature he wrote in Telugu language? Amuk Tamyalayata. Good. So, good. That's it. It's all about Krishna Devaraya. Now let's move to the next emperor and see the Bhamini. See, now let's move to the next topic, that is Bhamini kingdom. On same page, Bhamini kingdom. See, Bhamini not coming. Wait, wait. Arre, today is very rainfall, na? Heavy rainfall, na? That's why I think. Now coming or not? Coming? If my voice is not coming, na, that time tell me. Okay? Here is some range issue because of heavy rainfall. So tell me. So Bhamini kingdom, we are going to see about Bahmani kingdom. While Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the still reigning, coming voice or no? Yes, coming no? Everyone mute themselves, click on their mic. Everyone switch off their mic. Yes. Now, while Muhammad bin Tughlaq was still reigning, some of Sardars in Deccan rose in rebellion against him. See, in rebellion against him, the leader of this Sardar, Hassan Gangu. Who was the leader of this Sardar? Hassan Gangu. Hassan Gangu is a leader of the Sardars, and he defeated the army of Sultan of Delhi. Okay, he conquered the region of Sultan of Delhi. Who? Hassan Gangu. Hassan Gangu was a leader, and he defeated with sultans of Delhi, and he defeated to Sultan army. Means what? He conquer. Means he conquer the war. उसने क्या ली? जीती, लड़ाई जीती. किसके अगेंस्ट? Who's against? Sultan army. Then, as a new kingdom known as the Bahmani kingdom, kingdom came to existence in which year? 1347 CE. Which 1347? 1347, the Bahmani kingdom was emerged. Hassan Gangu became a first sultan of Bahmani kingdom. Who was the first sultan? Hassan Gangu. He made the city of Gulbarga the capital of his kingdom. Which was the first capital of Bahmani kingdom? Gulbarga. And which was the first sultan of Bahmani kingdom? Hassan Gangu. Who was the first sultan of Bahmani kingdom? And which was the first capital of Bahmani kingdom? Good. That's C. In this, okay. Gulbarga. Okay, that's it. In this topic, Just two important things you have to keep in your mind: first Sultan of Bahmani Kingdom and first capital of Bahmani Kingdom. Now let's move to the next emperor, Muhammad Gawan. Who? Muhammad Gawan. So Muhammad Gawan was the chief wazir of Bahmani Kingdom. Okay, he was the first chief wazir of Bahmani Kingdom. He was a good administrator, he was a good strength, he was a good discipliner. This quality this Muhammad Gawan having. Which quality he having? He was a good administrator. He have a good strength, means he have lots of army. He have lots of army. Then others weapon and all things he having, means he was a strong person, he was a strong king. Then he was also good discipliner. क्या था? He always follow the good discipline. Then he started paying the soldiers their salaries in cash instead of though the land grants. He started the giving the cash to his worker, means his soldiers. उसने क्या चालू किया? Instead of land, पहले क्या करते थे? In that ancient India, पहले क्या करते थे? King सैलरी कैसे दिए जाती थी वर्कर्स को, मीन्स सोल्जर्स को? लैंड के थ्रू, मीन्स लैंड दिया जाते थे. बट उसने क्या किया? ही स्टार्टेड टू पेइंग द सोल्जर्स देयर सैलरी इन कैश. उसने कैश देना चालू किया, मीन्स कॉइन्स. Get it? Then he brought a discipline in army. So as I told you, he was a good discipliner. So he always followed the discipline, and he brought a discipline in his army also. He introduced the many reforms of land revenue. Revenue means क्या? Tax system. उसने क्या किया? अलग अलग प्लेस से टैक्स अलग अलग थिंग्स पे लेना चालू किया. रेवेन्यू मीन्स टैक्स सिस्टम. ही इंट्रोड्यूस द मेनी रेफर्स इन द लैंड revenue system. Then he opened madaras at the Bidar for Arabic and Persian study. Madaras means what, student? Madarasa is a study center. Madarasa means study center. उसने study center चालू किया. He opened this madarasa Bidar, at the Bidar, where in Bidar, for Arabic and Persian study. For Arabic and Persian people, for study them, he opened a madarsa. Madarsa means study center. So after his death, after the death of Muhammad Gawan, factionism increased among the Bahmani Sardar. Factionism means what? Dispute, झगड़े चालू हुए. Factionism increased among the Bahmani Sardars, and the result of this dispute, the result of this conflict, the Bahmani kingdom was divided into 5 parts. Okay, Bahmani kingdom is divided by 5 parts due to the dispute between Bahmani Sardars. So that part name is Idam Shahi in Varat. Okay, Idam Shahi where in Varhad. It is a place, student. It is in Maharashtra. So then Barid Shahi Bidar, it is in Karnataka. Adil Shahi Bijapur, it is in also Karnataka. Then Nizam Shahi in Ahmad, it is in Maharashtra. Qutub Shahi in Golconda, it is in Hyderabad. So see, in this way the Bahmani kingdom was divided into 5 parts. Which is that? First is Idam Shahi, where it is? Varhat. Then Bidar, good. Then third, Qutub Shahi. Okay, good. See, this is Imad Shahi. Sorry. Imad Shahi, Barid Shahi, Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi, that is all the ruler. Okay, they came from the foreign country to in India, and they rule over the India. ये सब क्या है? Foreign people है ये सब. Like Mughal, they also came to India and they start rule on the whole entire India. Now important, we will see the important topic of this lesson, that is Mughal power. Are you hear this word before that? Students, have you ever hear this word? In which history we hear this Mughal power word, and we know about the Aurangzeb and all Mughal powers in fourth standard. Which standard? Fourth standard. Now we are going to study in deeply about Mughal power. See, Mughal power, Mughal power, Mughal in 1526. Underline this. In 1526, the Sultanate of Delhi come to an end. Means how we saw the Sultanate in the north, and this emperor, and we saw learn about Adil Shahi, Qutub Shahi, Bahadur Shahi, that all sultanates of Delhi come to end, and after that Mughal power was established there. Where? Delhi. So first, Babur. We are going to see about Babur. See student, if I am going to disconnect, you have to immediately rejoin the link. Okay. See, Babur was the founder of Mughal power. So who is the main person of Mughal power? Babur. Babur is a founder of Mughal power. Babur was the founder of Mughal power. He was a king of Farghana in Central Asia. Where? He was a king of Farghana. Underline this. In Central Asia, in today's Uzbekistan. Where? Uzbekistan. He had heard of the wealth of India. So he planned in invasion of India. Means Babur was a founder of Mughal power, and he was a king of Farghana, which is in Central Asia. Means it is not a part of India, but many time he heard about the wealth of India. उसने बहुत बार इंडिया के बारे में सुना. India was a very rich country. You know, in our India, yes, yes, yes. Hello. Dogs. It is not my from my home. It is not from my home. I think student from your background voice is coming. Everyone, everyone mute themselves. Okay. Now, are you hear me? Whose mic is on? Okay, so now I am teaching important topics, so listen carefully. Babur was the king of Central Asia, but many time he hear about the wealth of India. इंडिया में बहुत सारा सोना वगैरह है, इसने सुना था. Now coming. So where was I? क्या बोला था मैंने? What I am saying? कि उसने बाबर ने बहुत बार इंडिया के बारे में सुना था. यू नो, इन आर इंडिया, इन एंशंट इंडिया, देर इज लॉट्स ऑफ गोल्ड. गोल्ड के लिए इंडिया वाज वेरी फेमस. हमारे इंडिया में बहुत सारा गोल्ड था. सोने की चिड़िया बोलते ना इंडिया को. आर यू हियर द सॉन्ग अबाउट डाल डाल पर ऑन इंडिपेंडेंस डे, रिपब्लिक डे? वाई सोने की चिड़िया क्यों बोली जाती थी? बिकॉज इन आर इंडिया बहुत सारा सोना था. क्या था? सोना था. इसलिए दैट्स वाई द मेनी रूलर्स, द एम्परर एंड द फॉरेन पीपल, अंग्रेज जो होते थे, दे केम टू इंडिया. उन्होंने क्या किया? दे प्लंडर्ड इंडिया. उसने पूरा इंडिया को लूट कर लिया है. हमारा जो जितना भी सोना है वो सोना भर भर के लेके गए थे. सो बाबर ऑल्सो लाइक दैट. बाबर ने सुना था. सो व्हाट इज हिज विश? उसको क्या करना था? टू कॉन्गर इंडिया. उसको क्या करना था? इंडिया को जीतना था, और होल एंटायर इंडिया को क्या करना था? उसको रूल करना था. सो ही प्लान टू कम टू इंडिया एंड इन्वेजन ऑफ इंडिया. सो इन्वेजन मीन्स व्हाट? ही प्लान टू अटैक द इंडिया. सो उसने प्लान किया कि इंडिया पे अटैक करो. द रेनिंग ऑफ सुल्तान ऑफ दिल्ली एट दैट टाइम वॉज इब्राहिम लोदी. दिल्ली का सुल्तान कौन था उस टाइम? Ibrahim Lodi. And previous we saw that Ibrahim Lodi invite Babur to India to fight against दौलत खान लोधी. इब्राहिम लोधी ने किसको इनवाइट किया था? बाबर को. क्यों? दौलत खान लोधी को फाइट करने. So दौलत खान लोधी was the governor of Punjab under the Sultanate. The relationship between Ibrahim Lodi and Daulat Khan Lodi was strained. Means the relation between Daulat Khan Lodi and Ibrahim Lodi was not good. The relation was not good. There is some dispute between Daulat Khan Lodi and Ibrahim Lodi. That's why Daulat Khan Lodi, sorry, that's why Daulat Khan Lodi invited Babur to march on India. Who invited the Babur in India? Daulat Khan Lodi. Taking this opportunity, Babur invited India to repel Babur's invasion. So Ibrahim Lodi started with his army. Now see, there was battle between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. Between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi there was a battle. क्या है? वॉर है, उनके बीच में वॉर हुई थी. On which date? The dated 21 April 1526. So this dated there is dispute. There is battle between whom? Tell me whom? And that battle known as the first battle of पानीपत. पानीपत की पहली लड़ाई उसको बोली जाती है. That was the first battle of पानीपत. किधर हुई थी ये लड़ाई? Where? Panipat. So the battle between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi, uh, there was a battle between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur on 21st April 1526 at Panipat. Where? Panipat. In this battle, Babur made use of artillery, means big guns. बाबर ने क्या यूज किए? बहुत बिग गन्स यूज किए और फायरिंग चालू की. Effectively, for the first time in India, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi army. So he conquered. Who conquered in this battle? Babur. This battle known as the first battle of Panipat. So it is very important topic. So keep in your mind which was the first battle at Panipat. Which was the first battle? Good. Between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. After the battle of Panipat, Rana Sanga of Mewad brought all Rajput king together. पानीपत की लड़ाई होने के बाद राणा संगा ने क्या किया? He brought all Rajput together. There was a battle between Babur and Rana Sanga at Kanau. Where? Kanau. Underline this. Babur's artillery. Artillery means what, student? Big guns. What? Big guns. And reserve force played a key role in the battle. And Rana Sanga's army was defeated. Babur died in 1530. When was Babur died? 1530. So did you get this? Hello? Okay. Okay. Hmm. So What we learn about whom? Babur. Who was the founder of Mughal power? Babur. There is a battle between Babur and Ibrahim, known as, which battle is that? Panipat, which first battle. And when Babur died in 1530. So now see student, I have the list over here, okay, of Mughal powers. Mughal power है ना, उसकी लिस्ट है. सो देर इज अ नेम ऑफ सम मुगल पावर्स एंड देयर टेन्यूर मीन्स देयर वर्किंग पीरियड्स. लाइक शिवाजी महाराज जैसे है उनके फादर ऑफ शिवाजी महाराज, सन ऑफ शिवाजी महाराज. देन ये कैसे उन्होंने कैसे महाराष्ट्र पे किंगडम था उसका, महाराष्ट्र पे ये किया, दे इस्टेब्लिश देयर स्वराज्य. सो इन फर्स्ट किसने किया था स्वराज्य का ड्रीम, किसने देखा था? शिवाजी महाराज फादर. और शिवाजी महाराज ने क्या किया? अचीव किया. शिवाजी महाराज के सन संभाजी महाराज ने भी उसका ड्रीम पूरा किया. और ऐसे मीन्स फादर टू फादर क्या हुआ उसका, उनका क्या हुआ? थ्रोन और सिंहासन क्या हुआ? फॉरवर्ड होते गया. लाइक दैट, सेम लाइक दैट. देखो बाबर के बाद उसका बेटा, देन उसका बेटा, ऐसे क्या हुआ? उसका सिंहासन फॉरवर्ड होते गया. सो हियर इज द आई हैव अ लिस्ट ऑफ मुगल पावर्स एंड देयर टेन्यूर मीन्स देयर वर्किंग पीरियड. सो लुक एट केयरफुली. फर्स्ट बाबर वाज अ फाउंडर ऑफ मुगल पावर. What is the tenure of Babur means what is the working period of Babur? 1526 CE till to 1530. Okay, after Babur Humayun. Humayun is a son of Babur. किसका son है हुमायूं? बाबर का. After Babur Humayun in 1530 till to 1560 he ascended the throne. बाबर के बाद उसका सिंहासन किसको मिला? हुमायूं को. Who was a Humayun? Son of Babur. Okay, he was defeated by Sheher Shah. Sher Shah established his Surya dynasty on the throne of Delhi. After Humayun, now see, after Humayun, who ascended the throne? Akbar. Who then? Can you guess who was Akbar? अकबर अभी किसका बेटा होगा? अकबर वाज अ हुमायूं सन. आफ्टर हुमायूं, 1 minute. Okay. After Humayun, Akbar in 1556 to 1605 ascended the throne. So there was a battle between Akbar and Humayun. There was a battle between Akbar and there was a battle between Akbar and Hemu at Panipat. So there was a battle between Akbar and Hemu at Panipat, and in 1556 that is the second battle of Panipat. Did you get this? Got it? Which was the second battle of Panipat? The battle between Akbar and Hemu. It known as the second battle of Panipat. First battle कौन सा था पानीपत का? The battle between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. That was the first battle of Panipat. And the battle between Akbar and Hemu, that is the second battle of Panipat. Get it? Got it? So after the Humayun, Akbar ascended the throne of Mughal power at Delhi. After the Akbar, now Akbar's ambition was to bring a whole entire India under his own central authority. उसका ड्रीम का क्या था अकबर का? His ambition was to control whole entire India and under his control, to bring the whole entire India under his control. पूरे इंडिया को राज्य करना उसका क्या था? ये था ड्रीम था कि मैं पूरे इंडिया को राज्य करूं. और ड्रीम था और उसका एम्बिशन था, और मेरी अथॉरिटी मेरे कंट्रोल में पूरा इंडिया करूं. आफ्टर अकबर जहांगीर. सो जहांगीर इज अ सन ऑफ अकबर. आफ्टर Akbar, Jahangir in 15 sorry in 1605 till to which period? 1610 become the emperor of Delhi. So Jahangir became a emperor. He ascended the throne. During his reign, his wife Nur Jahan played an active role in the administration. Whose wife? Jahangir's wife. What is her name? Nur Jahan. He also handled the empire of Jahangir. Jahangir was a follow by Shahenshah. Means what? After the Jahangirs, Shahenshah become a emperor. जहांगीर के बाद कौन हुआ उधर का emperor? Shahenshah. Are you here about the Shahenshah? Do you know the seven wonder of India? No. Among that, the seven wonder of India. Among that, do you know Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal. So Taj Mahal was built in his period. किसके पीरियड में ताज महल बांधा गया था? Shahjahan, not Shahenshah, Shahjahan. So Shahjahan built this wonder, this Taj Mahal, the beautiful place, beautiful monument which is located in Agra. कहाँ है ताज महल? Agra. So why Shahjahan built a Taj Mahal? क्यों बांधा था ताज महल पता है? For his wife, उसके वाइफ मुमताज के लिए बांधा था. फॉर द मेमोरी ऑफ हिज वाइफ मुमताज, बिकॉज शाहजहां लव हिज वाइफ सो मच. दैट्स व्हाई ही दैट मुमताज हिज फेवरेट क्वीन क्या थी? उसकी बेगम थी, फेवरेट क्वीन बेगम थी. दैट्स व्हाई शाहजहां built a Taj Mahal which is located in Agra and one of the seven wonder of India. And he built this Taj Mahal, beautiful monument. In which period? In his period. He rule. He worked on which period? 1628 till to 1650. Then last and the very cruel and the bad administrator was Aurangzeb. बहुत bad वाला person था. Aurangzeb was a very bad person, very bad emperor. He don't have feeling. He was very heartless. That Aurangzeb. Then after that, Aurangzeb ascended the throne and he ruled over the India. In which period? 1658 till to 1707. Okay, we are going to study in more detail about Aurangzeb in next topic. Now see, did you get this, student? This chart, did you get this? Okay, it's no need to take recap, no? Okay, now see, Maharana Pratap. Are you hear the name before today? Maharana Pratap. There is one serial also on TV, Maharana Pratap. After the death of Uday Singh, Maharana Pratap ascended the throne of Mewad. किधर का राजा था? He was a king. He was a emperor of Mewad. After the death of Uday Singh, who was Uday Singh? Uday Singh was a father of Maharana Pratap. किसका father था? Maharana Pratap. Maharana Pratap ascended the throne of Mewad. He continued the struggle for Mewad existence till the very end. He struggled with Akbar. Okay, Akbar is a Mughal emperor. He struggled with Akbar to maintain his independence. Like Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj also fight against the Mughal powers like Aurangzeb for maintain our freedom, our independence. So like that, Maharana Pratap also struggled with the Akbar. He battled against Akbar to maintain the independence. Independence चाहिए था उसको और उसके kingdom को. He has become immortal in history. Like Shivaji Maharaj, he also very brave person, brave king. Okay, he also play a important role in our Indian history. Due to his qualities, so which quality he having? Maharana Pratap was valor, courage, respectfully, sacrifice type person. So this quality is very famous for Maharana Pratap. So Maharana Pratap was very famous for due to this quality. Which quality he having? First is valor, courage, self respect and sacrifice. Sacrifice means क्या? एक कौन सी भी चीज को त्याग करना, sacrifice. So now let's move. See here the name. What is this name? Can you hear the queen name? It is one queen. She is lady Chand Bibi. What? Chand Bibi. The Mughal attacks Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar, where it is? Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar ये कहाँ है? It is in Maharashtra. Okay. So Mughal attacked Ahmednagar, the capital of Nizam Shahi Kingdom. Which was the capital of Nizam Shahi Kingdom? Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar is the capital of Nizam Shahi Kingdom. In the 1595, the Mughal army put the fort of Ahmednagar under siege. Chand Bibi, the capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah. So Chand Bibi is a capital of whose? हुसैन निजाम शाह. किसकी डॉटर थी? So Chand Bibi was a capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar, bravely defend the fort. At this time, there was an internal strife among the faction of the Sardar in Nizam Shah's kingdom. This result the murder of Chand Bibi. So in that time there were very dispute, very conflict between among the Sardars of Nizam Shahi, and the result the Chand Bibi killed by this politics. Chand Bibi का क्या किया? मर्डर किया ये politics की वजह से. Because Chand Bibi is very brave and bravely and capable daughter of Nizam Shah. So she know the how to handle the administration. That's why some of the Sardars murder her. So उसका क्या किया? They killed her. उसका murder किया. Later, the Mughals capture of the fort Ahmednagar. After the death of Chand Bibi, Mughals they capture the fort of Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar का जो किला था वो उसके ऊपर क्या किया? उसने कब्जा किया. किसने? मुगल्स ने. But the Mughals could not bring the entire kingdom of Nizam Shah under his control. So did you get this? Who was a capital of who was a capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah? Chand Bibi. And which was the capital of Nizam Shahi? Nizam Shahi की capital कौन सी थी? Ahmednagar. Good. Now see Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati is a Godwana queen. किसकी queen थी वो? Godwana. So Godwana can broadly be said comprise the eastern part of Vidarbha. Okay. So how Godwana spread? See, eastern part of Vidarbha, part of Madhya Pradesh. MP means what? Madhya Pradesh. To its north, the west part of today's Chhattisgarh means which is in Maharashtra. Maharashtra mein Chhattisgarh. Then Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. So see, Rani Durgavati expand his power, expand his kingdom till to Vidarbha, Madhya Pradesh, from Vidarbha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh till to Orissa. किधर किधर था उसका kingdom? Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Good. Now Durgavati born in dynasty Chandel Rajput become a queen of Godwana when she was married. When she was married, that time he become a queen of Godwana. And he belonged from which dynasty? Chandel dynasty. With Chandel. She was an excellent administrator. Underline. She struggled Gondwana Queen Durgavati against the Mughals. She also struggled against the Mughals' power. Now see, after her husband's death, Durgavati laid down. Means after his death, he break down. She break down. and her life while fighting against Akbar, but she did not surrender. उसने she still after the death of her husband she break down, but she still fight against the Mughal power, but she never surrender. She did not surrender. वो हुई क्या surrender? No. Get this? Did you get this? Who was a queen of? Who was queen of Godwana? Who was a king or queen of Godwana? Rani Durgavati. Good. Now see Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb. See. Aurangzeb became the emperor in 1615-8 when he ascended the throne in 1615-8. So at this time the Mughal emperor extended from Kashmir in the north, Kashmir in the up to the Ahmednagar and Kabul up to the Bengal. So at this time, how much Mughal power spread on which place? Kashmir up to Ahmednagar and Kabul up to Bengal. Then to this Aurangzeb added Assam as well. In the east and region Adil Shah of Bijapur in the south, Adil Shah of Bijapur in the south and Qutub Shah of Golconda after ended of this kingdom. So how much Mughal power spread? Which place the Mughal power was spread? First, then Kabul. Gauri Saugule read this. Then after Adil Shahi of Bijapur. Golconda. See, means how much that time Aurangzeb spread his powers almost lots of part of India. South का भी part उसने conquer किया है, North का भी conquer किया है. So do you know the Aurangzeb is very cruel and no caring, uncaring person and heartless person, and he was a bad ruler. क्या ये? इसकी पहचान क्या है? He was a bad ruler. Do you know there was lots of dispute and battle again between the Aurangzeb and our Shivaji Maharaj. शिवाजी महाराज and औरंगजेब के बीच में बहुत सारी लड़ाई थी. We study about that. And Aurangzeb also arrests the Shivaji Maharaj. शिवाजी in आगरा में शिवाजी महाराज को क्या किया था? उसने अरेस्ट किया था for 1 month. Then only 3 points is left. Conflict with Ahoms. Ahoms is a one community, one is a tribe, Ahom people. Now we are going to learn about that conflict with Ahom. Ahom in the 13th century CE, the people of the Shan community settled down in the valley of river Brahmaputra. Where they settled? The valley of river Brahmaputra. They established their own kingdom there. They were locally known as Ahom people. क्या बोला जाता है उनको? They are community. There is a one community established. They established their community in the valley of Brahmaputra river. That people known as Ahom people was what? Ahom people. They are belonging of which community? They are belonging Shan community. While Aurangzeb ruled, the Ahom had a prolonged struggle with the Mughals. Means Aurangzeb also ruled. Aurangzeb also want to rule on these community people. The Mughal attacked the Ahom's regions. The Mughal attacked the Ahom people. The Ahom united under the leadership of Gaddar Singh. So they united together, and the Ahom united under the leadership of Gaddar Singh. Commander Lachit Borphukan gave a intense battle against the Mughals. The Ahom used to guerrilla technique. Do you know guerrilla technique? ग्यूरिला टेक्निक मीन्स व्हाट, यू नो ग्यूरिला टेक्निक मीन्स क्या, अगर हमारे पास कम सेना है, आर्मी कम है, तो भी दिमाग का इस्तेमाल करके कुछ टेक्निक इस्तेमाल करके सामने वाले को मीन स्ट्रॉन्ग पीपल को, स्ट्रॉन्ग एम्परर को क्या करना, हरना. लाइक शिवाजी महाराज also using a guerrilla techniques. As we know, Shivaji Maharaj don't have that much army soldiers, so he always using the guerrilla technique in his battle against the Mughal powers. For giving an example to you, for understand you, I am giving two example. Do you know Shivaji Maharaj battle against the Aurangzeb? Many times अगर उनके शिवाजी महाराज के पास क्या नहीं था, अगर सेना नहीं थी ज्यादा, तो वो क्या करते थे, थोड़ा सा दिमाग यूज करके क्या करते थे, थोड़ा सा उसको क्या बोलते हैं, थोड़ा सा ब्रेन पावर यूज करके क्या करते थे, वो सामने वालों को क्या करते थे, हराते थे. क्योंकि शिवाजी महाराज के पास इतने मावले नहीं थे लड़ने के लिए. एक दिन क्या किया था शिवाजी महाराज ने, एक बैटल में उनके पास ये नहीं था, सेना ज्यादा नहीं थी, आर्मी नहीं थी, बट दे हैव बुलॉक्स. उनके पास क्या थे, बुलॉक्स. और सामने वाला शत्रु जो एनिमाइज है वो अटैक करने वाला था, और उनको पता था शिवाजी महाराज के पास इतनी सेना नहीं है. सो दे सराउंडेड टू शिवाजी महाराज विद देयर आर्मीज. शिवाजी महाराज को उन्होंने क्या किया, घेरा उनके आर्मीज से. तो शिवाजी महाराज ने क्या ब्रेन पावर यूज किया, उन्होंने क्या किया, जो बुलॉक्स रहते ना, वो बुलॉक्स के जो हॉर्न्स रहते ना, शिंग, उसके ऊपर क्लोथ रैप किया, और वो क्लोथ को क्या किया, बर्न किया, और उसको यू नो द बुलॉक के शिंग को आग लगने की वजह से उनको क्या लगता है, बुलॉक्स को, अभी वो भागते हैं उनको खुद को बचाने के लिए. एंड व्हेन दे रन, दे दैट पर्सन मीन्स शिवाजी महाराज के अगेंस्ट जो लड़ाई करने आए थे, उन्होंने देखा दूर से कि बहुत सारी आग के मशाल दिख रही है. उनको क्या लगा कि ये वो मशाल है, और उनको लगा कि शिवाजी महाराज के पास बहुत क्या है, बहुत सारी सेना है. और वो उनको देखकर वो क्या हुए, उधर से वापस टर्न किए, और उन्होंने डिसाइड किया अभी क्या करना नहीं है, अभी लड़ाई नहीं करनी है, क्योंकि शिवाजी महाराज के पास बहुत सारी सेना है, बहुत सारे आर्मी. दैट इज मीन बाय ग्यूरेला टेक्निक्स. में शिवाजी महाराज के पास कम आर्मी होके भी उन्होंने क्या किया, दिमाग इस्तेमाल किया, और उनका खुद का ब्रेन इस्तेमाल किया. और क्या किया, वो कैसे उन्होंने बुलॉक के हॉर्न को क्या किया, मशाल बना दी. और जब वो बुलॉक्स भागने लगे, तब दुश्मन को क्या लगा, इनके पास सेना है, वो और उनको मशाल समझते हुए उनको लगा कि सेना उनकी ओर आ रही है. सो दैट इज बीन बाय ग्यूरेला टेक्टिक्स. इन डू यू सॉ द बाहुबली मूवी? बाहुबली मूवी देखा है क्या? देखो वो बाहुबली मूवी में जो क्वीन है, जो हीरोइन है, जो रानी थी, हाँ, उसके पास भी देखो जब एनिमाइज ने उनके राज्य पे, किंगडम पे ये किया, हमला किया, अटैक किया, तब जो बाहुबली था उसने क्या टेक्निक यूज की थी? किसने देखा है सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ बाहुबली? हु कैन टेल मी? हाँ, और देखो उसने बुलॉक के सिंग को भी बांधा था ना. और दूसरी क्या टेक्निक यूज की थी, जो डैम था, डैम, उसका जो डैम का जो वॉल है, वो क्या की थी उसने, लकड़ी की वॉल ब्रेक की थी. उसके वजह से क्या हुआ, पूरा डैम फूट गया. और जो सेना थी, जो एनिमाइज की दुश्मन थे, दुश्मन की जो आर्मी थी, वो क्या की, वो सब बाढ़ में मीन्स डैम के पानी में जो बहुत सारा फ्लो आ रहा था, उसमें क्या गए, वो लोग बह गए. क्यों किया इसने बाहुबली ने? क्योंकि उसके पास वो जो रानी थी, उसके पास सेना थी क्या, उतनी नहीं. अगर वो लड़ने जाते तो जीत पाते थे क्या? नहीं. तो उन्होंने क्या टेक्निक यूज की, पहले तो वो डैम उसने फोड़ा, उसके बाद क्या किया, वो जो बुलक्स है उनके हॉर्न के ऊपर क्या किया उसने, ये किया, क्लोथ लगा के आग लगाई. तो सामने वाले क्या कहे, डर गए, और इस वजह से वो लोग क्या जीते, वो रानी और उसका किंगडम और उसकी सेना जीत गए. सो दैट्स मीन ग्यूरेला टेक्निक्स. डिड यू गेट दिस स्टूडेंट? ग्यूरेला टेक्निक्स का मीनिंग क्या होता है? So now let's see. That time the Ohom people also use the guerrilla techniques, and they conquer and they defeated the Mughals people. Now it became impossible Mughals to create a strong base in Assam. Now see, conflict with Sikhs. The ninth Guru of Sikhs, Guru Tug तुग बहादुर, हुज नाइन्थ गुरु उनका नौवा गुरु तुग बहादुर, हुज किसका सिक्स कम्युनिटी नाइन्थ गुरु वाज तुग बहादुर, प्रोस्टेट द स्ट्रांगली अगेंस्ट औरंगजेब पॉलिसी ऑफ रिलीजियस टॉलरेंस. औरंगजेब impressed him. 1 minute, my hand is paining now. Where was I? Aurangzeb impressed him, beheaded him, and in 1657 after him Guru Govind Singh became the Guru of Sikhs. So ninth Guru of Sikhs, who's ninth Guru of Sikhs, Tug Bahadur. After the death of Tug Bahadur, who was the Sikhs Guru? Guru Govind Singh. Underline this. Guru Govind Singh organized his followers and encouraged them a martial spirit. He organized the Sikhs youth into the fighting force called Khalsa Dal. What he organized? Guru Govind Singh organized the one force, that name is Khalsa Dal. All youth of Sikhs community, means जो भी youngster है Sikhs community के, तो उनका उन्होंने एक ग्रुप तैयार किया, उसका नाम क्या है? खालसा दल, फॉर फाइट अगेंस्ट द मुगल्स. देयर हेडक्वार्टर्स वेल एट आनंदपुर. उसका हेडक्वार्टर कहाँ था? आनंदपुर. औरंगजेब सेंट हिज आर्मी टू फाइट द सिख्स. His army attacked Anandapur, although the Sikhs fought fearlessly. So Sikh fight against the Aurangzeb without fear to them. They did not success. After that, Guru Govind Singh come to the Deccan Plateau, means in Maharashtra, Maharashtra, Karnataka, that place. And in 1708, there was an attempt of his life when he was in Nanded. Soon after, the Guru succumbed to his wounds. Now see, Guru conflict with Sikhs. Conflict means क्या? Fight. Who was the ninth Guru of Sikhs? Tug Bahadur. Say no. Tug Bahadur. After him, who was a Guru of Sikhs? Gauri Govind Singh. And Guru Govind Singh organized the force. That force name is he organized the force of youth, Khalsa Dal. These 3 points you have to keep in your mind. Now conflict with Rajputs. Just 2 points remaining, student. Conflict with Rajputs. Akbar had secured the cooperation of Rajputs with his policy of amicable relation. Of Aurangzeb could not obtain the cooperation of Rajputs. After the death of Rana Jaswant Singh of Marwar, Aurangzeb assigned his kingdom to Mughal emperor. Means after the death of Rana Jaswant Singh, उसके डेथ होने के बाद उसका जो राज्य था, उसका जो एम्परर था, किंगडम था, उसने औरंगजेब ने क्या किया? उसका ही औरंगजेब अटैक दैट किंगडम, और उसने क्या किया? कॉन्गर किया. ही कॉन्गर द जसवंत सिंह किंगडम. Then now see, then Durgadas Rathod. Okay, Durgadas Rathod. He was a one Rajput. Durgadas Rathod crowned the Jaswant Singh minor son. जसवंत सिंह का जो माइनर सन था अजीत सिंह, में छोटा लड़का. सो दुर्गादास राठौर क्रोन जसवंत सिंह माइनर सन अजीत सिंह एज द किंग ऑफ मारवाड़. मारवाड़ का राजा किसको घोषित किया गया? अरिजीत सिंह. हुज? अरिजीत सिंह. अरिजीत सिंह वाज अ सन ऑफ जसवंत सिंह. एंड किसने क्राउन पहनाया उसको? Good. Aurangzeb sent Prince Akbar to Marwar. Prince Akbar. Akbar was then here Akbar was the son of Aurangzeb. So uh, Aurangzeb sent Akbar to Marwar to crush the residents of दुर्गादास. दुर्गादास का जो एरिया था, उसका किंगडम था, अजित सिंह का और दुर्गादास का, मारवाड़, उसको क्रश करने, उसको क्या करने, उसका नाश करने, क्रश करने, उसको किसने, औरंगजेब सेंट हिज son, Prince Akbar. But Prince Akbar joined hands with Rajput and rose in revolt against the Aurangzeb. राजपूत ने क्या किया, उसका उल्टा किया. राजपूत सॉरी अकबर ने क्या किया, उसका उल्टा किया. अकबर joined hands with Rajput and rose in a revolt against the Aurangzeb. An effort was made of seek help from the Marathas in Maharashtra. In this revolt, Durgadas Rathod continued the struggle against the Mughal powers for Marwar. So, did you get this? Who was the king? Who was king of Marwar after the Jaswant Singh? Ajit Singh was whose son? Ajit Singh was whose son? किसका son था? Ajit Singh was whose son? Jaswant Singh. Ajit Singh. Okay. Ajit Durgadas Rathod crown to whom? इसने किसको क्राउन पहनाया? दुर्गादास राठौड़ ने अजीत सिंह. ओके. Now last point, conflict with Marathas. That is, we all know there is a huge conflict between Shivaji Maharaj and the Mughals like Aurangzeb. In Maharashtra, Swarajya was established under the leadership of Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj had fight with Mughals to along with the other enemies, means along with other enemies like Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi. They also enemies of Shivaji Maharaj. Means Shivaji Maharaj fight against the Mughals along with the others enemies. Aurangzeb came to down in Deccan after the death of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Means after the death of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Aurangzeb came into the Deccan Plateau. He came into Maharashtra and other places in Deccan Plateau. Then he conquering the whole South India, but the Maratha offers strips resident of Aurangzeb and defeated their independence. Okay, but in the last Maratha ने कभी हार मानी क्या? मावले ने शिवाजी महाराज एंड हिज मावले एंड हिज सन कभी नहीं, कभी महाराष्ट्र को औरंगजेब काबिज नहीं कर पाया. So in this way the lesson is finished. Student, do you know how many years औरंगजेब लाइव, कितने साल जिया पता है तुम लोगों को? औरंगजेब 109. कितने साल जिया? 109. So in this way this lesson is finished, student. I hope you understand this lesson. Do you understand this lesson? So on this entire lesson I will ask question on next Wednesday. Now I am going to start your oral. Within 15 minutes I will take oral for written sources, oral sources and material sources. So those students name I will take, that they have to give two example of that sources. Did you get this? Understand? Do you understood? Are you getting bored? Yes? Okay, so we will take entire oral on next Wednesday, but in 15 minutes is remaining. Yesterday I given the time to you till 11:30 I will take. So 15 minutes in our hand now. So should I ask question to you? Before that I want to say something. These lessons notes I will share you on WhatsApp, and question and answer also. You have to learn whole lesson nicely and properly, because on Wednesday I will take oral on this lesson only. Did you get this? Okay. Now Gauri Shinde, give me the name of written sources. Fast, quick. What? What? Gauri Shinde, written sources. Taurik, then Pilas. Okay, then Rutuja is there? Hmm. Godke Ritiksha, give me the name of oral sources. Yes, good. Just I want two names. Riddhi Mutta, give me the names of oral sources. Okay. Spatade Sanchit, give me the name of written sources. Okay. Then Samruddhi. Samruddhi, give me the name of material sources. Someone's background voice is coming. Please switch off your mic. Huh. Material. Huh. Yes. Good. Daksh, are you there? I can't see you. Daksh, switch on your video. Daksh and Dhumala Lok. Soham. Suma. Yes. Soham. Daksh, tell me material sources name. Hmm. Okay, enough. Gadya Tanish, give me the sources of material. Material sources name. Hmm. Good. Sujal Sabre. Sujal Sabre, give me the material sources name. Fast, don't waste time. Okay, good. Saha Prajwal. Okay, enough. Give me the material sources name. Fast. Books not. Books is not included in a material sources. Books including written sources. Good. Okay, enough. Let it be. Prachi, can you able to speak with me? Prachi. Sejal is there with Prachi.